Assalamu alaikum. Well, tonight's lesson is elementary and it's very different from what I ordinarily do. I don't think I've ever done anything this basic for you outside of the Tawheed story. I'm going to practice with you in a way that probably no one else will ever do. My usual new curriculum. This is called the TASHAHUD. So if you're a revert and you made your shahada in any masjid, they will probably assign you someone, which of course would be an Arab person or someone that feels it's just like second nature and it's so easy for them, and they don't realize that it's not so easy for us because we have the tashahhud, which we know includes this, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, and then you get into the big discussion of whether or not you should just point up or whether or not you should move your finger or whether or not you should make it go in a circle. It's very, very complicated unnecessarily. So I want to start doing this step by step using explanations of the Arabic words so that you can really listen to it multiple times and really get a handle on this tashahhud and what it means. And then to Salah ala Nabi, Prophet Muhammad, give greetings to the Prophet Muhammad. That's called tahiyya, tahiyyatu lillah. So that's another additional part after the tashahhud. So then we have the first tashahhud, and then we have the second tashahhud, and then we have greetings, salat ala nabi. I know. It seems really, really, I don't know, I don't like to use the word complicated, but I remember back in those days, before we had these beautiful, look at, this is so worn out. This book, The Fortress of the Muslim, is from Dar es Salaam Publishers. It's irreplaceable. It has all of the dua. It has everything you need for every occasion, in English and in Arabic. But it needs a little bit, sometimes, extra attention. So let's begin. This is called sitting in prayer. So we know jalsa means sitting in prayer. But when they say invocation for a tashahhud, it means the dua, which is literally an invocation, calling upon Allah, when you're praying and then you sit. So let's say the Arabic slowly and pick apart the meanings of the words slowly in English. And inshallah, it will become clear, inshallah. Attahiyatu lillahi wa salawatu wa tayyibatu. This means all greetings of humility are for Allah and all prayers and goodness. Tahiyya means to greet, and it's used in Quran. Do you know there was a movie singer back in the 30s in Egypt? Her name was Tahiyya Carioca. Then they discovered that she was of the other J-word persuasion, which I don't like to really give credence to. But that was her name, Tahiyya. So this greeting is from you to Allah. And don't be confused. Some people make a mess out of it and say, no. You're praying to Prophet Muhammad. This is wrong. This doesn't work. You pray to Allah alone. And they make a big mess out of it because they don't understand it. But we will understand it now. And you will understand it perfectly. Okay? So we're finished that part about tahiyyatu. Say it after me. At-tahiyyatu lillahi. Okay? Greetings to Allah. وَالصَّلَوَاتُ, and all prayers, وَطَيِّبَاتُ, good words for Allah. So don't let them mess up your mind and tell you you're praying to Prophet Muhammad. You're not. Assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabi. Oh, greetings of peace to you, the Nabi, Prophet Muhammad. Now we're getting into the differentiation. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So this is pretty easy. This Arabic is pretty easy. Peace upon you, O Prophet, and the mercy of Allah and his blessings. And here's the last part. Very easy, right? Assalamu alayna wa ala ibadillahi as-salihin. Greetings to all of us. Peace be upon us and upon the righteous slaves of Allah. Ibadi salihin, ibadi, the worshippers, are referred to as slaves, as they should be. Ala ibadillahi as-salihin, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu. If you want to do that, both are fine. And Muhammad abduhu wa rasuluh. So the end of this translation, I bear witness that there is none worthy of worship but Allah. And I bear witness that Muhammad is his slave and his messenger. You can see it's got nothing to do with worshiping Prophet Muhammad. But enemies like to make a mess. Now, after the tashahhud, we have greetings, blessings on the Prophet. And I will read you those. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. O Allah, bestow your favor on Muhammad. Wa ala ali Muhammad. And on the family of Muhammad. Kama salaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim. As you have bestowed your favor on Ibrahim and on the family of Ibrahim. Innaka hamidum majid. You are praiseworthy. Hamid, hamd, praise, hamd. You are hamidun majid. You are praiseworthy and most glorious. That's the majid. And that will finish that section of this. Now there's more coming up. But I want to say it again slowly so that you can repeat it and repeat it properly while you're thinking about what it means. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim. Innaka hamidun majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammad. Wa ala Muhammad. Barak is the blessings of the good things. You say Mabruk when you tell someone Mabruk. Oh, Allah's grace and barakah has been given to you. Mabruk. You've received something from Allah. Wa ala Muhammad. Kama baraktu ala Ibrahim. Like you did for Prophet Ibrahim. Wa ala Ibrahim. Innaka hamidun majid. So you can feel the Tawheed in this. That's why it's important when you make this tashahhud, whether you do it like this, whether you do the circular one, whether you do just the one, it's all the same. Because your hand is going to be on your leg anyway. So you're not going to put your hand up or do any waving or anything like that. You're going to do these motions with your hand on your leg. Now, the last translation of that part, I think we can go to the end. Okay. Allahumma sallu ala Muhammad wa ala azwajihi wa dhuriyatihi. So you're saying the same thing. Bestow your favor on Muhammad and upon his wives and his progeny. That means children. Kama salaitu ala Ibrahim. As you did for Prophet Muhammad, you bestowed upon him likewise, right? All of these same. You see, this is very important. It's hooking in the Tawheed of the previous prophet, Ibrahim. I'll get onto that in one more second when I finish this, because this is very important. Wala azwajihi wa dhuriyatihi, on his wives and his progeny, his children. Kama baraktu ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. So it ends the same way as the other one did. Innaka hamidun majid. Translation. O Allah, bestow your favor on Muhammad and upon his wives and his progeny, as you have bestowed your favor upon the family of Ibrahim, and bless Muhammad and his wives and his progeny, as you have blessed the family of Ibrahim. You are filled with praise. You are most glorious. Now, there's only one more, but before I do that last one, there's this new thing called the covenant of the Abrahamic faiths. Unfortunately, they call it Idyan Samawi. Idyan is the plural of Deen. Deen means your way, your religion. Literally, Deen means ماذا يحلل وماذا يحرم. The Deen means what is allowed and what is forbidden. So that's what we call your Deen. It has to do with your lifestyle and what is prohibited for you and what is allowed for you. Because when you are on Judgment Day and you stand in front of Allah, you're going to have to answer to your lifestyle. Did you drink alcohol? Did you party? Did you go to mixed groups and dance? I hope not, because that's not allowed for you. So when we have these people calling for the covenant, the way they phrase it is very tricky. Adyan Samawi. So they're speaking to the English-speaking world because, you see, that's the target audience. It's not the Middle East Arabs. That's not the target audience. It's part of it, but their major target audience is to gather Christians, Jews, that word again, I don't say it easily. I don't know how I can, I told you, they're either the good Banu Israel or they're the lost Banu Israel who turned back and broke covenants. And then they turn into Yehud. The ones that break those covenants and turn their backs and disobey while they know. So you see, that word Jews is a catchword. It's a tricky word. Well, they're tricky because that's what they're doing, you see. When they call for this unity of Idyan Samawi. So through this, they avoid the order of Tawheed. They try to make it seem like, oh, yes, we know Ibrahim, he was such a great prophet. And we know that we have, and that's where the Jew word comes in. And so they'll follow Musa, they'll follow their prophet Musa. And as long as they pay attention to Prophet Musa and they accept Prophet Ibrahim, well, they're just part of the Adyan Samawi. They're part of the revealed religions. We call it Ahl Kitab. And they try to make it seem like it's okay. And also with Christians, the same thing. Well, they got their prophet Jesus, and he came in peace. And even as Muslims, this is how it gets tricky and sneaky. Oh, we know that they believe he was crucified. We don't believe that part. We don't believe that part for a minute because Allah says he wasn't crucified in the Quran. But somehow they've found a way to phrase it as though they square the circle, and you're all revealed religions, and you're all one family, and you should all just praise Allah, be neighborly, be good, and just lakum dinakum waliya din, you see. You see, that's the catchphrase. To me is my religion, to you is your religion. What's the problem here? Well, there's just one little issue. Allah said, Dinu Wahid. It is not Idyan Samawi. There's not a mixture here. There's not more than one religion. Allah said your deen is one. Meaning, no matter what came before, you're now going to say, La ilaha illallah, and you will exclusify that phrase by meaning everybody has to believe in the one Allah. And the way he wants you to believe it, no remnants of your other beliefs. No leftover suppositions of perhaps some things that you learned and you liked, and it just makes everything easier, doesn't it? I mean, we don't always have to. That's why they attack the hadith. Their main target is the hadith. Because if you don't have the hadith, you're going to lose half of the religion of Islam. Because Prophet Muhammad came to clarify some issues, not to substitute or change, but just to add some necessary details. Okay? So now we're on the last part. Invocation after the final tashahhud and before ending the prayer. So this is almost exactly like the regular tashahhud, but it's right before you're going to stop your prayer. And if you're going to do the Salat al-Istikhara, where you ask Allah to enlighten you on which course to take, you would say it after this and before the taslim. That's the sunnah. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min adhab al-qabr wa min adhab jahannam wa min fitna al-mahya wa mamat wa min sharr fitna al-masih wa dajjal. O Allah, I seek refuge in you from the punishment of the grave and from the punishment of hellfire and from the trials of life and death and from the evil of the trial of the false Messiah. Now that's usually enough. Most people just say that, but here's a little addition to it. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min adhab al-qabr wa a'udhu bika min fitnat al-masih ad-dajjal wa a'udhu bika min fitnat al-mahya wa mamat. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-ma'tham wal-maghram. O Allah, I seek refuge in you from the punishment of the grave, and I seek refuge in you from the trial of the false Messiah, and I seek refuge in you from the trials of life and death. O Allah, I seek refuge in you from sin and debt. Don't forget this business about the debt. You cannot die in debt and expect to get to paradise. No one goes up when they have a debt. So you are supposed to arrange for your debts to be paid. Arrange carefully, because one person should really know, pay off, even if it takes the rest of their lives. Pay off what you owe. You do not want to owe money to anyone. So, did you know that the Sahaba, and this is something that wasn't practiced when I first went to Egypt 40 years ago, there was not a big deal about talking about the Masih or Dajjal. Do you know that the word on the street, this is how, the word on the street was, don't listen to that hadith, those are all Shia. They all come from the Shia. There's no truth to that. I lived through this in Egypt because I was studying it, and I really want to know the signs of the end of day. And they were saying, oh, they're all Shia, and oh, there was so much ignorance. Now there is not as much ignorance. There's not much ignorance anymore with those who study in Egypt, because it was a renaissance. People turned back to the Quran. You know, there was always the kutab where little children would, and by the way, this is a Yehudi practice. This business, when the children do this, totally not of the Sunnah. In Tafsir ibn Kathir, they even say don't do that. You know, they do that at the Wailing Wall too. They do that. No, a Muslim is in waqar, you know, very steady, quiet, silent, and not bouncing. So don't let your kids do the bounce, okay, because that's wrong. But nobody would talk about it. Well, now let's talk about it. This Masih and Dajjal, the meaning of the word Dajjal means the great lie. We sure in those times now, aren't we? So therefore, we have to beware of anything that is in contradiction to our Islam. That's the Dajjal. So stay away. And did you know, as a final comment, I always want to be 20 minutes, as a final comment, the Sahaba would have their children repeat their prayer if they did not make the proper tashahhud. How many people even know the proper tashahhud? Well, now you will. So if you play this again and again and again and again, and you practice, And if you ever see this book on sale anywhere, you can get it on Amazon. It's irreplaceable, this book. Dar es Salaam. And they're usually based out of Pakistan, but right now global. Yeah, they're the global leader in Islamic books. They've been around forever. And Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hope this was helpful.